Whatever, Mark. Either way, I think we lost him. I really gotta go home. So we're not gonna hang out here? Not me. So far we've lost our bikes and the bike chain, and the only thing left is my life. Okay, do you think it's safe to leave? I don't know. I can't see past these windows. They're so fogged up. It looks clear. Let's go. Okay, so what's the plan? We'll go to your house first, and then I guess I could walk home alone. Okay, let's go. Just walk so we don't draw attention to ourselves. Good idea.
Since Mark's house was on our way home, he was lucky enough to have company for his walk. I, on the other hand, had to walk an extra 6 blocks to my house. And I had to do it alone.
Home, sweet home. Yeah, for you. You'll be okay. I'm sure we lost him. I'll call you tomorrow. All right, see ya.
Now, I'm not one for being afraid of most things, but the combination of Counselor Steve's stories, Mark's prank, and that weirdo at the park really got to me. Instead of walking at a halfway normal pace that I'd often use, I found myself walking at top speed. I tried all I could to convince myself that everything that I had experienced was all fake or a coincidence, but nothing worked. I was in a frightened state of mind, much like how I felt when I climbed into my darkened basement after seeing a scary movie. I just couldn't control it. I found myself sprinting the rest of the way home. It was close to midnight. I was thinking that if my mom's up, she's probably worried. So I waited until I caught my breath before trying to enter my noiseless home. My mom always left me a note if she'd gone to bed. Sure enough, I found one. It said, "Don't forget to rake the leaves tomorrow." Well, at least I knew she'd gone to bed. I walked toward my bedroom while fighting an insane urge to turn on every light on my way. I couldn't wait to reach the sanctuary of my bedroom and turn on my light. As I leaned against my bedroom door, I knew I was safe at last. At least that's what I thought. I couldn't go to sleep. Thoughts of that zombie-looking guy at the park plagued my mind. I couldn't shut my eyes for long. I heard some noise outside, but I couldn't muster up the guts to look out my window. Instead, I blamed it on the wind and tried to forget about it. I must have laid there about a half hour before deciding to go to the kitchen and get something to eat. I took my flashlight with me to ease my apprehensiveness. That ended up being a bad idea. Nothing looks more haunting than a flashlight's shadows hovering around a darkened room as you walk. I would have made it much easier on myself if I were to just close my eyes and get it over with. After eating a few cookies and a Suzy-Q, I didn't employ the use of my flashlight. I didn't close my eyes either. My mind began to slow down and ease itself from the state it was in. I lay back down in my bed thinking how much my mom would hate it if she knew I was going to sleep after eating all that sugar without brushing my teeth. I guess you could say I was a bit rebellious. I didn't remember falling asleep, but the phone ringing next to my head with the light coming through the window shade made it a reality. I picked up the phone slowly and brought it to my ear.
Hello?
As I spoke, I realized that that pasty taste in my mouth was the wrath of my mom getting revenge.
Up yet?
No. I need some more sleep.
You're not gonna be able to sleep after you hear what I have to say.
Wanna bet?
The dead walk the earth.
What are you talking about, Mark?
I'm serious, Dino. The dead walk the earth. It's right here in the National Examiner. Looks like that guy that looked like Mr. Aldrich was for real.
You think it was Mr. Aldrich, then?
I don't know, Dino. I'll be right over and we could take a ride to the butcher's shop and see if he's still there. Ah, nuts!
What?
Our bikes. Laura and Lisa still have them.
It looks like we're walking. Come on over. We can call him when you get here.
Okay, I'll see you in 20.
Wait, is it safe to walk these streets with zombies walking around?
Yeah, they're few and far between. Besides, no one has seen them out during daytime.
Okay, see you in 20 minutes. And bring the newspaper. I really want to see it.
I got out of my bed and waddled to the bathroom. I flicked on the light and exposed my teeth to the mirror. Tastes worse than it looks, I thought. After brushing my teeth and doing the regular morning things I do, the doorbell rang.
I got it! Ready? Yeah, but did you want to call Lisa's house first? Nah, let's just stop by and surprise her. All right. Hey, Ma, I'm going out with Mark.
Okay, Dino, but don't forget, you have to rake the leaves today.
Yeah, I know. Do you like my new transportation? Your skateboard? Good idea. Let me get mine. Where's that newspaper? Right here. Page 16. It's just a small blurb. Let's see. Zombies, blah, 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 blah. And they want to unify with the living. What does that mean?
I don't know.
You think something this huge would be on the front page, even for the Examiner, right?
You'd think.
Maybe this is for real, and not a prank.
Maybe, but it's Halloween, right?
Yeah.
We better get going.
Let's go get our bikes from Laura and Lisa after we see Mr. Aldrich at the butcher shop.
Yeah, and see if his face is missing.
Using our skateboards was a lot slower than it would have been on our bikes. But we agreed that it was a lot more fun this way. We kind of missed it. We used to be skaters all the time. And then we were bikers. Seems like any fad that came around, we were doing it. We kept looking really close at the people along our way, wondering if that article in the Examiner was true, and there were zombies around us. But none of them looked like the guy we hit with the chain. I was hoping it wasn't Mr. Aldrich.
Well, here we are.
I don't see him. I see Mrs. Aldrich, though.
Let's go in then.
For what?
I don't know. We'll think of something.
Hi, boys.
Hi,
Hi,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Aldrich. Is Mr. Aldrich around?
Oh, he's in back cutting up some tasty chops.
Tasty chops?
Did you need to speak to him or can I help you with something?
Well, if he's not busy.
Hey, Paul, are you busy right now? You've got some company here.
Yes, Margaret. I'll be right there.
Margaret? Isn't that what the zombie said?
How was your Halloween, boys?
Okay. And yours?
Oh, just fine.
What did you and Mr. Aldrich do for Halloween?
Now, what can I help you boys with?
You ask him, Dino. Well...
Hey, cough it up, boy.
You see, Mark and I decided to make a movie with his dad's video camera, and it was going to be a horror movie, and we were wondering if you could spare some blood and guts that you don't need.
Yeah.
Blood and guts. Huh. Where can I find blood and guts? Oh, let me see here. This stuff up here won't do. But I have just the thing in the back. I'll be right back, boys.
Here you are, boys. Have a leftover piece of Halloween candy.
Thanks.
Cool. Breakfast.
Wow, you're hungry.
Hey, you think this will be enough?
Yeah, plenty.
Would you know anything about zombies?
He means making zombies with makeup for our movie.
No, boys. We are not in the theater business. You only gonna get blood and guts from us.
Well, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Aldrich. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, we better get going.
All right, you boys be careful now.
I guess it was just a fluke.
He didn't even have a smudge of leftover makeup on.
And he still had a face. It could just be a big hush-hush thing among a few people.
And maybe we're just blowing this thing out of proportion.
Yeah, maybe.
Looks like we're walking again. You can't ride your skateboard carrying that bucket, can ya?
Nope.
What are we gonna do with this bucket of blood and guts?
I don't know. I'm sure we can find something to do with it.
Sure can.
Hey, boys. You forgot your bike chain.
Well, that's my story. Since then, life's never been the same. The Wonderfears was written, directed, and recorded by Dino Manzella. Cast included young Dino, played by Trevor Paulson. Mark was played by Nate Neeson. Counselor Steve was played by Alan Goffinski. Jim Francis was played by Nicholas Chisholm. Mr. Aldrich was played by Aaron Smith. Mrs. Aldrich was played by D.L. Ennison. Little Tommy Roden was played by Lexi Paulson. And Dino's mom was played by Pat Manzella. Also heard were Andy Pasick, Giannina Beasley, Krista Chisholm, Justin Fuerda, and Lisa Aldifer. Vocal direction was done by D.L. Ennison and narrated by myself, Dino Manzella. All Gothic music is done by and is property of Grigori 3. For more information about the band, go to Grigori3.com. That's Grigori3.com. The Wonderfears has a copyright date of 1992 with a registration number of TXU 540165. All rights are reserved. If you're interested in doing this script as a short film, email Dino@afternight.com. That's Dino, D-I-N-O, @afternight, AFTERNIGHT.com. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.